Joining me now, celebrity and royal commentator Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, let's start with Meghan Markle. She's been dubbed the Salmonella Sussex after she shared a cooking video to Instagram. She was preparing a Thanksgiving turkey, but viewers noticed Meghan was still wearing her gold bracelet and was preparing the raw turkey without gloves. Now, Kinsey, are we being too harsh here, Kinsey? Surely a thorough hand and bracelet wash is sufficient, or is this some sort of a culinary faux pas?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Megan should be held accountable here. She's trying to position herself as an expert. And this is why people complain about her hair dangling over the food or her not removing all of her jewelry when preparing a meal. Bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can live in the tiny crevices of metal, stones, and settings if you wear them in the kitchen. You can wash your hands all day long, but if bacteria remains under the jewelry, that can easily transfer to cabinet handles, phones, towels, and toys. She should know better and do better if she wants credibility in this space. Remember on With Love, Megan, she made bath salts, and someone threatened to sue her over burns on her legs after using those exact same ingredients that Megan suggested on that program. So, if she's going to position herself as an expert, she has to do some research and do a little better.
Well, she's not Martha Stewart, is she? Let's be honest. She's, what do the kids say? Team you, Martha Stewart. She's not really at that level, though. I think she aspires to be the next generation's Martha Stewart. Now, Ellen DeGeneres, I thought she'd fled America for good, at least until Trump's presidency was over. But Ellen and wife Portia de Rossi have backtracked on their plan to stay in the UK in a bid to escape Donald Trump. According to the Daily Mail, Ellen told her friends that she and her wife are planning to spend more time in California because they miss their friends. They're also apparently dreading the thought of another British winter. I'm sure they would have done their research. You would hope so, Kinsey. British winters aren't anything new. It's been pretty miserable there in winter, pretty much, well, thousands of years.
Well, we've recently discussed Ellen's desire for a professional comeback. I do think she's bored. Of course, she's bored. Netflix gave her a new special not too long ago. It got no traction. In fact, the only show I heard mention it was Us. I don't think Hollywood's really ready for her return. I think they will continue to punish her. But I do have some intel for you from her current neighbors in the UK. They don't like her, they aren't friendly towards her, and they hate all of the celebrities like Ellen moving into this once sacred and anonymous area and disturbing and in some cases disrespecting the culture. They wish American celebrities would stay in America. So they are welcoming the thought of a Ellen return to the States.
Well, I'm not surprised the neighbours don't like her after everything we learnt about her and what she was really like, not the sunny, lovely disposition that she showed on air, but what she was like behind the scenes. I'd imagine the neighbours are copying some of that treatment. Now, First Lady Melania Trump has announced that she is stepping into Hollywood as she launches her own production company. The company is going to be called Muse Films, and it will release her first movie project, which is a documentary titled Melania. Kinsey, this film will be in theatres at the end of Jan, and it follows Melania as she prepares to re-enter public life with her family for a second time. I'm not sure how successful this will be. There is a great deal of intrigue and interest about Melania because she is fairly selective with the public appearances she makes.
Well, I think that this is a good, I mean, you're right. When it comes to analytics, will this be successful? Will this get butts in seats? Maybe more at home rentals than theatrical rentals, but I think it's a good way for
Mm.
Melania to try to take back her story. Remember Stephanie Winston Walkoff, who was once Melania's close friend and served as a senior advisor for her during, the early months of the first Trump administration. That relationship collapsed when she secretly recorded audio tapes of the first lady and then wrote that appalling tell-all Melania and Me, which detailed some of Melania's frustrations, private frustrations. The scandal became one of the most dramatic personal raptures to emerge from the Trump White House. And this movie finally gives Melania a voice. So I think that this is her way of trying to take back the narrative from mean girls like
Mm.
Stephanie.
Yeah, that was a shameful little episode, wasn't it? Having private conversations with what she thought was at least a friend or a friendly acquaintance, and to have those released to try to damage and embarrass her. Yeah, I think if it was any other First Lady, the media would have absolutely blasted that individual.